Alleluia, alleluia, alleluia. The Christ took upon himself our sorrows, he carried in his body our weaknesses. MT 8:17. Gospel, MK 5:21-43. The Lord be with you. He is in our midst. Proclamation of the Gospel of Jesus Christ according to Mark. Glory to you, O Lord. At that time, 21 Jesus crossed over again in a boat to the other side. A large crowd gathered around him, and Jesus stayed on the shore. 22 Then one of the synagogue leaders, named Jairus, came to him. When he saw Jesus, he fell at his feet. 23 And begged him earnestly, saying, My little daughter is at the point of death. Come and lay your hands on her, so that she may be healed and live. 24 Then Jesus went with him. And a large crowd followed and pressed around him. 25 Now there was a woman there who had been suffering from bleeding for 12 years. 26 She had suffered under many doctors and had spent everything she had. And instead of getting better, she grew worse and worse. 27 When she heard about Jesus, she came up behind him in the crowd and touched his cloak. 28 She thought to herself, If I just touch his clothes, I will be healed. 29 The bleeding stopped immediately. And the woman felt within herself that she was cured of her disease. 30 At once Jesus realized that power had gone out from him. And turning around in the crowd, he asked, Who touched my clothes? 31 The disciples said to him, You see the crowd pressing in on you. And yet you ask, Who touched me? 32 But he kept looking around to see who had done it. 33 The woman, fearful and trembling, realized what had happened to her. She came and fell at Jesus' feet and told him the whole truth. 34 He said to her, Daughter, your faith has healed you. Go in peace and be cured of your disease. 35 While he was still speaking, some people from the synagogue leader's house came and said to Jairus, Your daughter is dead. Why bother the teacher any longer? 36 When Jesus heard this, he said to the synagogue leader, Don't be afraid. Just have faith. 37 He did not allow anyone to accompany him except Peter, James, and his brother John. 38 When they came to the synagogue leader's house, Jesus saw the commotion and how they were weeping and shouting. 39 Then he came in and said, Why all this commotion and crying? The child is not dead, but is sleeping. 40 Then they began to mock him. But he ordered everyone to leave except the girl's father and mother, and the 3 disciples who were with him. Then they went into the room where the child was. 41 He took the girl by the hand and said to them, Talitha Koum, which means, Little girl, get up. 42 At once she got up and began to walk around. For she was 12 years old. And everyone was amazed. 43 He insisted that no one should know about this. And he told them to give the girl something to eat. The word of the Lord. Glory to you, Lord.